pass out, that's tough.
Welcome back to Joe's Drive-In. We finally reached the end of 80s Rewind, and I hope you all had a good Halloween. I'm sorry I couldn't get the whole marathon out as scheduled, but it is what it is. Anyway, it's time to finish off the 80s with a personal favorite of mine. This is 1988's Killer Klowns from Outer Space. The title says it all. There are killer clowns, and they're from outer space. It's up to a group of people who I'm not entirely sure how old they're supposed to be to stop them. It's your classic alien invasion, monster on the loose movie, but with clowns, with a K.
Killer clowns from outer space. Holy shit.
Standing up against the alien threat are Mike, his girlfriend Debbie, Debbie's ex Dave, who is a cop, and the Terenzi brothers, two girl-crazy, silly ice cream truck drivers that were into clown girls long before it infected us all.
What the hell are they doing here?
But the real star of the show are the clowns themselves. They've come to Earth to harvest humans for food, or to at least drink their blood, using a silly straw, of course. And for some reason, they also kidnap Debbie. Honestly, I love these guys so much.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
The clowns are armed to the nose with an arsenal of circus-themed weapons, gadgets, and some good old-fashioned Looney Tune antics. They got cotton candy rays, popcorn guns, where the popcorn hatches into tiny clowns, giant mallets, balloon dogs to track down victims, acid pies, shadow puppets, regular puppets, mimicry, visible cars, and invisible cars, just to name a few. At first, they seem invincible, but their only weakness is their nose, because of course it is. And as you may expect, they all hang out in an amusement park where they bow to Clownzilla. This movie is so much fun. The production design is simply amazing. This is no doubt due to the movie being created by special effects legends, the Chiodo brothers. The sets can get very surreal when inside the clown's ship and amusement park hideout. Everything is just dripping with imagination. And as for the clowns, there's a lot of them, and they all have different names and appearances. While the head shape may get reused, the clothes and hair are all unique. There's Shorty, Fatso, Rudy, Spiky, Slim, and a ton of others. They're all very fun on screen, so it's hard to pick a favorite, but one of the main standouts is Jumbo. While the other clowns get the goofier scenes, Jumbo gets the more horrific and creepy scenes, like when he attempts to lure the little girl outside the restaurant. He also shares a pivotal scene with Kurt Mooney.
Whoop-de-goddamn-de-doo!
Mooney's the bad cop that takes things way too far, but at least his acting steals the show.
Well, it's gonna take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you! Over.
Mooney takes no action despite the entire town being in a panic.
They took your wife away in a balloon? Well, you don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist.
Clearly something is going on. You don't want to get off your ass and look? What a dick.
They want to play games? They're messing with the wrong guy.
Mooney insists the entire town wants to prank him and him alone. He says the famous words,
"But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me!"
But then Jumbo shows up and in the only scene in the movie that's genuinely creepy, makes a dummy out of him.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
There is so much to love about Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Come on, open the door! Another door! Come on, Mike! Another door!
The original score by John Massari is really cool and perfectly captures the feel of the movie. And like many other movies from this marathon, it's got a great theme song brought to us by the Dickies. The whole thing almost feels like both a parody and an homage to famous horror movies, but is a solid film on its own, and is another perfect entry-level horror film for those that are new to the genre.
I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands!
I genuinely love this film, and I make sure to watch it every year at least once. When it comes to the 80s, you can't do much better than Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It's got comedy, cool creature design, shock value, great practical effects, scares, and it's a ton of fun.
What are you gonna do?
Knock my block off?
As far as 80s horror goes, it's got pretty much everything you could want. It's just a little light on the blood and it's missing nudity, but if you want that too, just check out Return of the Living Dead.
What do you think this is all about? You think this is a fucking costume?
And there you have it, another Halloween marathon down. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't get everything out in October as usual this year. It's my own fault for both procrastinating and choosing to do a 31 movie marathon during a time where I had multiple trips. And on top of all that, I got sick right at the end that I'm still getting over at the time of recording this. But it's better late than never, you guys still got 31 videos, and there's nothing wrong with extending the spooky season. We've looked at vampires, werewolves, clowns, dolls, demons, robots, zombies, aliens, mad scientists, botched experiments, mutations, ghosts, and a large collection of psychopaths and slashers, featuring both new faces and familiar frights in a neon nightmare, taking us from big cities and suburban malls out to summer camps and the frozen lands of Antarctica. I hope you all enjoyed this most excellent adventure through the 80s as much as I liked doing it, and as always, I look forward to next year. It may be belated, but happy Halloween.
What are you gonna do with those pies, boys?
Pleasant nightmares, friends. Good midnight to you.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.